We've talked about the gospel and what God did for us, but it got me thinking, did Jesus really have to die for us? I mean, can God just forgive us from above and bring us up to heaven? Well, not quite, because the Christian worldview claims it will contradict his nature of justice. Look at Romans 6, verse 23. It says, "For the wages of sin is death." So there's a reason why the consequence is death, because if rebelling against the king would have your head chopped off, right? How about going against the perfect holy God? Well, that's why actions have consequences, and if God ignored sin, he wouldn't be a fair judge. God has to be fair, so he can't just pardon us. That would make him a bad judge. But he wants to save us because he loves us. How can he do this? That's where the cross comes in. Isaiah 53, verse 5, it says, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. For the punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." So, Jesus didn't just suffer with us, he suffered for us. He bore the full weight of sin from past, present, and future, and it was nailed on him on the cross. And here's the cool part. The cross didn't just show God's best, it also showed mankind's worst. Acts 2, verse 23, it says right here, "This man was handed over to you by God's deliberate plan and foreknowledge, and you, with the help of wicked men, put him to death by nailing him to the cross." So it's funny because the cross revealed humanity's true colors, but the cross was the ultimate expression of God's amazing love and justice. That's his true colors, you guys. And that's how we know that God wasn't just making some random plan. Because if you think about it, it really makes sense. It is God's perfect plan. But wait, do you really think that grace was free? Well, it was free for us, but it was not free for God. Look at Romans 3, verse 26. It says right here, "He did it to demonstrate his righteousness at the present time, so as to be just and the one who justifies those who have faith in Jesus." So grace was free for us, right? But it was costly for God. Like people wouldn't pay millions, so they suffer less. But Jesus, he paid our impossible debt by suffering for our sake. So, why did Jesus have to die on a cross? Because the cost of sin is death. But Christ, he took our punishment as a substitute through dying on a cross, entering humanity. And he is the ultimate expression of God's love and justice. His plan truly is perfect. So is Jesus. This completes the core of the Christian crash course. Yay! Everything else will build on this foundation. We're gonna go deeper in the next phase. See you guys later.